Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to review with you what your project is in my absence. First thing I would like to do is go over vocabulary. Vocabulary, we're going to talk about line, balance, symmetrical balance, and composition. A line is a mark made by an object as it moves across a surface or through space. Balance is the distribution of visual weight in an artwork. Symmetrical balance is that both sides are the same when it comes to the visual weight of an artwork. And then finally, composition is how the elements of an artwork are arranged within a frame. To begin, you're going to need this handout from Vasily Kandinsky, and you are going to need some graph paper. You're going to begin by taking the graph paper and folding it half so that you have a center line. Once you've done that, you're going to pick lines and shapes that you want to use in your project. I would like for you to come up with a theme, an idea, or an emotion. So for example, if I want my project to look like an exciting party picture, then I'm going to pick lines and shapes that look exciting and that make me think of a party. If I want it to be calm or dreamy, then I would pick lines and shapes that give me those sorts of feelings. Both of these examples would look very different, so you need to pick from that sheet lines and shapes that go along with the idea that you're trying to convey. Once you've folded your graph paper in half, you will take those shapes and lines that you've chosen and you will draw them on one side of the paper. It doesn't matter if you start on the right or the left, whichever is more comfortable for you. Once you have done that, you're going to duplicate it, you're going to mirror it on the other side. One thing I do is I pick points on what I've already drawn, and then on the reverse side, I plot those points using the graph paper. This helps to keep your image looking very similar, nearly identical, which is what you're going for. When you do this, it's not going to be exactly perfect. So if you look at the image that I've drawn here, you can see that I've had to sketch over the left side a couple times. And there's actually two spots I can look at right now that need to be fixed. But what I want you to do first is I just want you to get it down on paper. You can go back and you can fix that and you can work on the detail of it later. Just get it all laid out to begin with. A good composition is one that is going to take up the whole paper. So your eye is going to move over the whole paper. It's not going to get stuck in just one area. For example, if I had left my paper with just this on it, your eye is only going to look at the middle. It's not going to look at the whole paper. The idea here is for the viewer to look at everything. It's important to have a good composition, a nice balanced composition, because we want your work to be visually interesting. It needs to be something that somebody wants to look at. You also need to consider, again, like I stated before, that the lines and the shapes are related to the idea that you're using. So I was going for more of a calm feeling in my picture. So I chose lines that were flowy and that were rounded. They weren't hard or jagged or lines that looked exciting. So I would like to review with you. Very simple. Your objective is to create a symmetrical drawing using Vasily Kandinsky handout. Pick a theme or an emotion to portray with the lines and shapes that are given on that handout. This goes along with our ideas of narratives, trying to communicate an idea on paper or a story on paper using specific elements and principles in art. You're going to draw on one side and then duplicate the mirror image on the other. I want you to think about your composition. It should be balanced and it should fill the page. In my absence, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is down below, aher@sb.school, and I will help you. Otherwise, we will talk more about this when I get back. All right, good luck and have a good rest of the day.